After 4 failed bail attempts, Diddy is finally being moved to house arrest at his Miami mansion. Diddy is going back to the same place where he was first raided back in 2019, and the real reason the judge agreed to let Diddy walk will shock you. Can house arrest save Diddy's dying career? And who is the first person Diddy is going to come after?
What up, yo? How you doing? Yeah. Your place right home.
Last month on the 19th of December, Diddy's lawyers announced that they were filing an appeal to get Diddy's 50-month sentence either reduced or taken down completely. Diddy's team claimed that since the jury had found Diddy innocent on some of the more serious charges, his sentence was too long and he deserved to be let go.
In coverage, Sean Diddy Combs seeking an immediate release from prison. This week, his attorneys urging a federal appeals court in New York to reverse his conviction on prostitution-related charges or direct the judge to lighten his 4-year sentence. The National News Desk, Jeff Harris, joining us. Diddy's lawyers, Jeff, officially filing that appeal this week. Tell us more about their argument and also the chances it succeeds. What are you hearing?
So Diddy is currently serving that 50-month prison sentence after being found guilty on those prostitution-related charges over the summer. In their appeal filing, his lawyers now arguing the music mogul was treated harshly during sentencing by a federal judge who let evidence surrounding charges that he was actually found not guilty of actually then influence his punishment.
This appeal is different from all of his past bail attempts because this time, Diddy isn't even agreeing that he's guilty. He's actually calling the judge corrupt for not letting him out. Diddy's lawyers amended his appeal just yesterday and added Diddy's wish to be allowed house arrest. Court documents revealed that Diddy wants to go back to his Miami mansion, and in case you forgot, that's the same mansion where the feds confiscated 1,000 bottles of baby oil from. Footage from the day of the raid shows the inside of this mansion. Diddy is desperate to get out. An investigator for the New York Times recently found that Diddy was selling his private jet. This is the same jet that Diddy was showing off in his videos, and now he's selling it to have some cash left over. Allegedly, Diddy is broke now, and he can't afford a $30 million private jet. He needs the money to pay his lawyers.
Diddy apparently has sold his Gulfstream G550, that's a PJ for the brokies out there, in October of 2025. Mia, you got the final sale price. It says it was not disclosed on the paper, but you got new information.
Well, listen, it runs from between $20 million to $30 million. Of course, they did not tell us what the final sale was. And it's also anonymous. We don't know who bought it.
Listen, I'm not mad at that person. Whoever that is.
Keep it anonymous.
Keep it anonymous. Like,
right.
Listen, when I'm at the dispensary, I check out anonymously. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want y'all to know what I'm getting in the bag. So, same thing applies here. If you're buying Diddy's PJ, you might want to keep that on the low.
Keep that on the low. Like you say, you probably get a paint job after that.
Do you feel me?
Cover that up.
Just put primer over the Bad Boy logo. Like, yo, we gonna cover this up real quick.
Can you imagine what that pre-purchase inspection was like?
Yo,
man.
Yo, we was talking about this off
Check
mic.
all the cracks and crevices.
Big Room Raiders energy.
Pause.
We're going in there with the black.
Yo, you gotta get the black light.
Black light.
They don't even want to check the engine. We don't care about the engine.
We don't care about none of that.
Check the carpets. Check
That's
the chairs.
Rip out. We gotta reupholster this whole joint.
Everything.
Now, this was actually sold due to legal pressure. So maybe he's using these funds to, pay the lawyers, pay the staff, because I know the staff was also waiting for some money while he is incarcerated.
Right. That's what happens when the boss goes down. You know what I'm saying? Them checks slow up.
Diddy is going to use this money to produce a documentary of his own. By now, everyone has seen 50 Cent's Netflix docuseries, Sean Combs' The Reckoning. This docuseries destroyed whatever credibility Diddy had left and sealed his fate. Unless Diddy can change the narrative completely, no one in his family is ever working in the entertainment industry again. This is why his sons have announced the release of their own documentary and why they're trying to get 50 Cent shut down.
Sean Diddy Combs' sons, Justin and Christian, are teasing a new docuseries about their family. Justin and Christian King Combs appear in a new trailer released December 28th to Instagram by Zeus Network's founder. In the trailer, Justin and Christian sit on a couch in a screening room while a series of headlines about their father cycle on screen. At the end of the trailer, Justin's phone vibrates and he answers a collect call from the Fort Dix Federal Correctional Institute, where Combs is currently behind bars. No release date for the docuseries is given, though the teaser says viewers can expect it at some point in 2026.
Now, Lemmy did take to his Instagram right after this trailer for this docu-series dropped, and he was getting tons of backlash from people saying they do not want this crap, they only want to see baddies. He said, to be clear, this documentary series is centered on providing Justin and Christian the opportunity to share their personal story and lived experiences, particularly as their lives have also been directly impacted. This project is not intended to endorse, defend, or vindicate Diddy or any individual, nor does it seek to justify or minimize any action that had been alleged or adjudicated. Do you find this part odd because of all the wording that was just shown in the trailer? The lies, the truth, the woes. Anyways, as a network, we believe it's important for allowing individuals to speak for themselves just as any credible network entering the documentary space does. Our role is to provide a platform for the stories to be told honestly and without prejudgment. What viewers will see is raw, real, and authentic storytelling. That is the essence of this project. We respectfully ask that the series not be prejudged before it's seen. Everyone will have the opportunity to watch, assess the content, and arrive at their own conclusions.
Diddy's kids don't make any money, and their father was the one running everything. And that's the uncomfortable truth no one wants to say out loud. Without Diddy's money, influence, and protection, his kids don't really have careers to fall back on. Despite the famous last name, none of them have built anything successful.
And they didn't choose it. They were born into this. I don't think anybody's paying attention to that. The choice that they got. If that man calls and say, I need you to do this, I need you to do that, what else are they going to do? They gotta bet on him. I'm sure they're all praying he makes it, because if not, what are they going to do? And they definitely can't count on Grandma Janice. They're screwed. One way or the other, they're screwed.
So there's no escape for them.
How? Was there escape for OJ's children? Their daddy is the new OJ. And we already know he done it. Like OJ's kids went through hell. And there was reasonable doubt. We didn't see a video of him doing anything. We didn't see him running around in a towel with a knife, We seen that with the Dipper.
There's a good chance that Diddy's appeal will go through. Federal prosecutors agreed that since Diddy was found innocent on most of his crimes, it doesn't make sense for him to be sentenced this long. This has got to be the weirdest trial ever. Diddy was first arrested for a RICO conspiracy, but none of his accomplices were mentioned, and then he beat charges of prostitution, despite being found guilty of transporting prostitutes across state lines.
Sean Diddy Combs is now asking for an appeals court for immediate release, saying that the judge defied the jury's verdict during sentencing. As someone who represented Combs before, you think he'll be successful?
I will tell you something. Part of one of the lessons that trial brought to me was just how effective his appellate lawyer, Alexandra Shapiro, is. She's the one who authored this brief. I've known Alexandra for a while, and I will tell you, she's one of the more impressive legal minds that I've encountered in 43 years of practice. Having said that, I think this brief reads compellingly. I think they've already somewhat expedited it or granted her request for an expedited appeal. Number one, that's a good sign. Number two, she's asked for immediate release. I think there's a potential there. Remember, when he was convicted of these two Mann Act violations, if you took a look at this, he actually rolled the dice. He won against the counts that carried a mandatory life sentence and would have basically forfeited his entire fortune. So he rolled the dice and won, and then he was enhanced in his sentence by the very conduct he was acquitted of. I think that's fundamentally unfair. In fact, if you want to talk about fairness, I think the prosecution should be penalized for overcharging him in the first place, and he should have been immediately released.
Diddy was prepared for his appeal, getting rejected. Senior White House officials confirmed that President Trump had been contacted by Diddy, and Diddy was trying to get a presidential pardon. Trump even confirmed it himself multiple times, saying that he and Diddy used to be good friends. Unfortunately for Diddy, not even President Trump wants to be involved with someone like him.
Well, Trump recently announced that he's not going to be pardoning Diddy.
I seen that.
Yeah. Are you surprised?
Yes.
Me too.
I thought he would have pardoned Diddy.
Yeah, because they used to be homies back in the day.
I think maybe Diddy didn't do what he was supposed to do.
What was that?
You know how that go, man. You know, hey, listen, the Chevy in the parking lot, the trunk is open. You know, them pardons ain't just happening to happen. This a fact. Not those type of pardons. But if Diddy does right, and if he's in the drug program, he'll be home later this year anyway.
This year?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so. He's not coming home this year.
You want to do the math?
Let's do the math.
Okay, let's do the math. 50 months, right? He got 50 months.
Right. About 12 months time served?
Hold on. He got 12 months time. Do they take the 15 from the top?
Yeah.
Okay, so minus his 15%. That leaves 42 and a half months. Minus, he had,
about
was
12.
It 12 months time served? 12.
So that's 30.
That's 30. Minus another 12 months for the drug program. That's why he went there. You do the drug program. They
18
take
months.
12 months off. 18 months minus 6 months for the halfway house. 12 and a half months. He got sentenced when? In October? Was it October?
I think that's too soon, but yeah.
All
right, listen, if
I'm
you're right,
doing all the deductions.
Listen, I'll be happy if
you
Diddy's
do know
free.
That's why he wanted the drug program.
Right, to get a reduction.
You
I get
a 12 months off, and then they send you to the halfway house 6 months early.
Why did President Trump reject Diddy's request for a pardon? Well, I'm pretty sure 50 Cent had something to do with it.
50 Cent don't give a damn. He don't give a damn. He literally is saying he's going to reach out to Trump to remind Trump of the things that P. Diddy has said about him for the sole express purposes of making sure that Trump doesn't pardon Diddy in the event that Diddy gets convicted of trafficking and racketeering. That's what 50 Cent has sworn to do. And I got to admit to you, that's wild. Damn, you know you got an enemy there when the man want to go out of his way to contact the president, you know, and clearly he has some kind of inroads where he can get to President Trump so President Trump can hear him. He's basically saying, yo, brother need to go down.
The most important question isn't when Diddy is going to come out, it's why he wants to get out. There are a couple of reasons for this. The first and probably the most important one is that Diddy thinks he's in danger. It's not a coincidence that none of the other celebrities that were involved with Diddy ended up getting arrested. Jaguar Wright actually talked about this and said that she believes Diddy is being used as a scapegoat.
I mean, they did what they needed to do in this documentary. The whole objective of this documentary was to blame it all on Diddy. The devil made me do it, blame it all on Diddy, and the rest of the industry is nothing like this. Like when Curtis Jackson sat there in his interview with Robin and sat there and said, I did this because I don't want people thinking that the hip hop community is okay with this kind of behavior. You know, I don't want them thinking that, you know, we're just going to be silent while all of this is going on. Like, we're okay with this kind of behavior. And my thing is huh? So now you speaking for all of hip hop, and all of hip hop is uncomfortable with this. Meanwhile, you got people like Ja Rule who, on the low key, allegedly, Gene Deal has exposed for having his own nude tryst freak-offs with Diddy.
If Diddy really is being framed, then it would be beneficial to whoever is using him to get rid of him. Diddy's lawyers confirmed that Diddy had been attacked multiple times in prison and that he's worried of what might happen to him.
Are you concerned that Sean Diddy Combs could be sexually assaulted, violently assaulted? Is that a thing? Because based on what was said in court, it feels like a thing.
Yeah, it clearly is a thing. I mean, they're already, and he did not want to make a big deal of it. They already tried to shank him once at the MDC, and that was thwarted. And it happens in prison. I mean, you and I could tick off how many times we are aware of somebody getting seriously injured or killed in prison. And so they're going to have to keep him somewhere that they can keep an eye on him. It would have obviously been better if he had gotten less time and had been at a camp, but he's going to be in a facility where somebody's going to have to, from the BOP, and I think they're well equipped to do it if they can, to keep an eye on him because he is a target.
Diddy isn't the kind of person.
Yeah, that makes sense. But you knowing Diddy personally, do you think it's possible he might take his life?
It takes a certain individual to prepare himself to do a lot of years in jail. From the lifestyle that he had, I'm not saying that he can't. I just don't see him able to do time behind bars. Maybe if he'd be in a camp type situation, that's a possibility. But based on the lifestyle and what he's done and what he's accomplished, if he had to go behind those bars for a lot of years, I think that he may commit suicide. He'd do an Epstein.
The second reason why Diddy might be trying to get out is because he's worried about what 50 Cent might release in part 2 of his documentary. 50 has confirmed that a second season of the documentary is being produced, and the evidence in this season is going to be much, much worse. Gene Deal already warned 50 Cent that Diddy will be coming for revenge.
Tell Fifth that Ja Rule and his first baby mama started following each other on IG an hour ago. Prepare for the worst. Jay-Z, Ja Rule, Roc Nation, Desiree Perez are out to get him out of the paint. Alert. Listen here. Everybody that is said, and Desiree Perez, all them people got dirt under them, bro. You understand? All them people got dirt on their fingernails. Jay-Z got dirt in his fingernails. You understand? Jay-Z was messing with young girls from our block. Tired of them. I'm putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm picking a side. Desiree, husband, was a former drug dealer that she turned on a whole cartel. All of them got dirt on them. And 50 got they dirt. You understand? 50 gonna know they dirt. Because 50 got investigators, he got people that's in the street. So if they go at him, listen here, I deem him like myself, 10 times the normal man. He gonna do what he gotta do. And the whole thing about it is they trying to retaliate on him for something he did to somebody else. I feel that it's something worth seeing. It's something worth coming around. because all that shit is about to fall. All that we seen in the industry, these demons want to have and turn little boys into little girls into little boys. It's about to go out the window, bro.
His team has already given out a statement calling the footage used in the documentary as stolen and threatened to sue both Netflix and 50 Cent for $1 billion. If Diddy is this scared of part 1, imagine how he'll react when he sees season 2.
A new Netflix docuseries about Sean Diddy Combs is making headlines for its never-before-seen footage of the music mogul in the days before his arrest. Now, Combs is threatening legal action against the streamer for airing the unauthorized footage. Behind the series is Combs' longtime rap rival 50 Cent and director Alexandria Stapleton, who sat down with NBC News' Chloe Malas ahead of tonight's release.
Tonight, Netflix releasing never-before-seen video of Sean Diddy Combs filmed just days before his arrest on charges of trafficking and racketeering in 2024. The footage is part of a 4-part docuseries, Sean Combs: The Reckoning, premiering Tuesday. Behind the explosive documentary is Combs' longtime rival, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, and director Alexandria Stapleton.
How did you get that footage of Diddy?
I figured most journalists would not disclose their sources.
The recordings give viewers an intimate look at Combs' mindset ahead of his criminal trial, even conversations with his legal team.
Does he know y'all have this in the doc?
I would doubt he knows.
So when this airs, that'll be the first time that his legal team, Diddy, that everybody knows that this footage is now seeing the light of day. Perhaps. What was he intending to use it for?
I have no idea what he was doing that for.
I mean, you know, you're talking about a man who films himself doing everything and has for decades. I think he wanted someone to be behind the scenes with him.
Interestingly, Diddy's lawyers have only threatened to file a cease and desist. They haven't actually come forward with anything yet. Gene Deal said that Diddy is never going to take 50 Cent to court because he knows that 50 isn't lying. Diddy's legal team says that 50 Cent crossed the line, that the allegations are unproven, exaggerated, and designed to destroy reputations rather than report facts. But here's the part people can't ignore. The cease and desist threats didn't come after season 1 dropped. They came after word started leaking about season 2.
I heard that Diddy is trying to sue Netflix for $1 billion. Ain't nothing came up in court. That's just talk, bro. No paperwork has been put in and signed into that. They're gonna have to have a reason. If they were suing him and he had enough reason, why they didn't cease and desist the thing? Huh? If he had a leg to stand on, why they didn't cease and desist the documentary? That's just people talking. Headline news. Because had it been filed in court and they had a leg to stand on, they'd have been bringing that stuff down. Oh, we can't show it no more.
50 took the footage he used in the documentary from Diddy's videographer, and not even Diddy's videographer has come out to defend him. To be fair, he can't defend Diddy, even if he tried.
Calls, I'm getting it as your boss. Yo, man, how 50 get, blah, blah, blah. Yo, Puff, take this self doing that. Let me explain something to y'all. All right, whether it's NBAs, whether it's whatever. When these young boys come in, first of all, he only deal with young videographers because he want to rob them, and he know that they want the opportunity to follow Puff Daddy, P. Diddy. They want that opportunity, so they get him at a low price anyway. But when you stay out so many hours a day, Puff wants a videographer with him 24 hours a day on call. Whether we on a yacht, whether we on a ship, wherever we at, he wants to videotape that, right? So now, they come to agreement. They come to whatever the pay is going to be. But then it be so many hours on that invoice that he don't want to pay. He gets in touch with the office. He gets in touch with the chief of staff. Yo, what is this I'm paying? What is this I'm paying? You know what you paying. You was outside all of these hours. It's 160 something hours in a week. You was outside 140. That's the invoice he put in. So now, being if you got a contract and he don't stand to that contract, guess what happens? He could do whatever he want to do with that footage. So now that footage goes to the highest bidder. And 50 had to be the highest bidder to get the, yo, this is business. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't in love with you. Everybody ain't dedicated. Everybody ain't loyal to the point of stupidity.
For now, Diddy is working in the prison library. Footage of Diddy from inside the jail recently leaked, and 50 Cent started clowning on Diddy immediately after this. According to him, the reason Diddy is smiling is because he's exactly where he wants to be, in the middle of handsome men.
Diddy is the answer.
He's the guy to go to because we got video of him at Fort Dix reporting for work in the library, where he is making recommendations and handing out different movies and books for his fellow inmates.
I'm really fascinated just by the library
But
itself.
you're seeing him here. This is him reporting to work, taking off his jacket, taking off his scarf, and settling in for a day on the job.
It looks like a public school library.
Yeah.
It's
this was the chapel, and this is the media library in the chapel, which is where Diddy's currently working. He's working in a Life Connections program, which is an 18-month program that helps rehab people, get them closer to spirituality, to charity groups, and with that, it will shorten his sentence. But in this media library, he helps inmates with religious material, rent out movies, that kind of stuff. You see him pushing a
really
cart
interesting
with a TV on it.
Yeah, I mean, he was in the laundry room when he first got there.
Yeah,
so this got to be
his first
This got to
assignment.
be a promotion.
Yeah.
It feels like a promotion. It feels like maybe he tried the lunchroom and put in a request for something different.
Yeah, it does
I mean,
believe
he is
it.
a
It does
media
sound like
mogul.
he used maybe possibly some connections to get a better job.
The upcoming documentary Diddy's sons are working on is just one of Diddy's tricks to shift the narrative in his favor. Even during the trial, Diddy was using paid actors to gather outside the courthouse and support him.
Are people really being paid to rally support for Diddy outside of his trial? Because that is what many are now alleging, as people have been standing across the street from the courthouse in free Puff and free Diddy shirts. With, for example, journalist and content creator Emily Hagan posting a TikTok of this group of people in matching shirts that also then included this interaction.
These are all paid protesters. You can get $20 an hour if you wear a t-shirt.
You gotta speak up.
She just got recruited, right?
I refuse.
You said no.
No.
It wasn't worth the 20?
No, but like he told me that it's for a Diddy coin, so I'm not really sure what that is. The lady right there, she just kept convincing me to go wear a shirt, and I'm like, I'm
And while that TikTok was initially posted around 5 days ago, it's now gotten a lot more traction as people like 50 Cent, who famously not a big Diddy fan, has started posting about it and trolling Diddy by posting seemingly edited images of him in the shirts and writing things like, okay, now where do I send my $20 invoice, guys? A deal's a deal.
Let's be real, Diddy has no real support. As soon as the trailer for this documentary was posted online, the backlash was insane. Things got so bad that Zeus Network's CEO Lemuel Plummer, a close friend of Diddy, had to explain the situation and take matters into his own hands. So the real question isn't if Diddy gets out, it's whether getting out actually helps him or just puts him closer to the people and secrets he's been trying to run from this whole time. Because once that next wave of footage drops, house arrest won't protect him from the truth. If you think this story's over, trust me, we're just getting started.